Happy Monday, Anthony Speciale here with Speciale Analysis, unedited on the edge of the market. We're going to get started again this week as we normally do with our weekly major market update. What this entails, we're going to look at the big picture here. We're going to look at the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, the Russell, crude oil, gold futures. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, the dollar index. We're going to take a highlighted segment of these particular assets, and there's one of them that is really set up fairly nicely that has met my criteria. So that'll be our trade idea for the week. Of course, we'll watch it, see how it plays out. So there's a couple different ways to play these trade ideas, which I'll get into with you briefly, and we'll kind of head from there. So let me jump in, open the chart up. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. So what you see in front of you is the Dow Jones, the YM. This is basically the overall market we're taking a quick look at here. We can see we had anticipated a shorting opportunity last week. Unfortunately, we kind of got wicked out here. We had some strength come into the market early on, and then that anticipated short had transpired later into the week. So it ended up happening. The analysis was correct. Our timing was a little off, and obviously there was a little retracement prior to it happening. But price failed at this key area here of resistance, this blue line, blue structure here. So this seems to be able and capable of holding the market for quite some time at this point. And now we will approach some support down in this area over the next coming days. We'll see if it holds, if it breaks through. The orange descending line, we'll look for the blue channel again. If the blue channel gets broken, we'll look down here to the black channel. So we have some targets on our way down. But there's some, definitely some volatility stepped in the market. Typically when we have this kind of price action on a Friday into the close, Monday is likely to have some follow through. So it'll be quite interesting to see, just what happens. But we'll keep an eye on it, and progresses as the week progresses. We'll keep you updated. So our trade idea for the week is really going to fall on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has set up, properly for us to take an opportunity to consider a short. A couple ways of doing it. You can short it in the futures market. You can short it in a micro futures market contract. You can buy puts on the Qs, or you can buy the SQQQ, which is inverted ETF. So there's a couple ways to play this if you choose to, but I want to just kind of show you what it looks like. This confirmed our breakout. This gives us at least a 1% confirmation, and the way we do that is we take our ruler from the structure itself to where the candle closes. You can see it's about 1.4% roughly, 1.5% almost. So this is definitely a shorting confirmation. This is where I would place my stop, meaning that if this trade goes wrong, that's the area where I believe that it's no longer effective, about 14,300. And then I have a sitting target down here at about 12,475. So this may not happen in a week. This could take 2 or 3 weeks to transpire, but this is a valid shorting opportunity. So for those of you who are savvy with options or consider trading in the futures market or buying the ETF that works in your favor, this is kind of the thought process for the week. So we're going to monitor this as we move forward, because this really kind of checks all the boxes here. So it's a good solid setup. And we'll watch it. I mean, listen, there's no guarantees. The market could turn around and tread higher. But overall, we're in a downtrend here. I mean, here's your highs. Here's your lower high. Here's your lows. Here's your lower lows. We're in the process of making another lower low. So the overall market trend, big picture trend, is bearish. I mean, that's undeniable at the moment. So we were looking to see if this was going to be an impulse followed by a correction followed by a higher impulse. We did not get that. Turned out that this was the impulse, this was the correction, and it appears as though we are working on our next impulse down. So we are in a turn to market, at least for the moment. So we need to be aware of that. If we're stacking if we're looking for value buys and things of that nature, we need to kind of keep that in perspective. Looking at the S&P 500, kind of rolled over here. Obviously, again, this is. Here's your high, here's your lower high, here's your low, here's your lower low. You can see we are trending. The overall trend, this orange channel, is trending in the downward motion. That is, in fact, where we are headed. So again, we just need to be conscious of it. There is some support in here at about 42.17. And then support continues to mount up as we go lower. So as we break these, if we break these, the next channel structure will become our target. Russell 2000. Broke this channel, did not give us a 1% confirmation, so it's a little premature to consider a trade at this point in time. We'll see what transpires over the next week worth of price action. If we get a close down here, get that 1% confirmation, then at least we know where we're kind of headed into this, 18 quarter area of support. That would be the next area. I mean, it's very defined here. Lower high, lower high, lower high. We had a little correction here, but it looks like we're falling off, just like the rest of the major markets are doing. So it is what it is, guys. We need to be aware of it. Try to trade with the overall trend. We kind of want to know which direction we're moving in. Of course, the corrections to the upside are typically pretty drastic in a down market, but we just need to be well aware of the big picture, and that's the reason I put all this together for you week after week. Looking at gold, we remain kind of channel bound. So between this black channel here has maintained selling pressures, and this teal channel here has maintained buying strength. So we're still working this path right here. So as long as we continue to stay in this path, we really need a weekly settlement to go above or below to see which direction gold goes in. I was expecting gold to exhibit some more strength based on what the price action was this past Friday. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. So it is what it is. We just need to be conscious of what we're looking for. Crude oil is in this very, very tight wedging pattern. So typically what happens when price wedges into a very, very tight area is it breaks out. And when it breaks out, it typically trends in that direction for at least a short period of time. So will we break out below this teal line and retest our lows here? Possibly. Will we break out of this blue line and retest our highs here? Possibly. This 114.83, this 115 area is a big pivot point for the market. If we don't get weekly settlements above that, this market can't really go much higher. So that is kind of capping the market at the moment. We would really need to see a 1% plus, settlement above to consider taking a long, at least a longer period long. And, we'll see what happens. We just haven't gotten it yet. And, we could easily see there's plenty of, support on the way down here if prices get pushed back. This is a lot of knee-jerk reaction based around Russia-Ukraine, this area here. So it has made trading a little tougher than normal. Looking at the dollar index, we are approaching resistance on what we call a full channel extension. So this lower channel is the primary channel. This channel above is what we call the extension. It's the same width approximately. And that's exactly what's happened. We had a breakout here. We retested. We kind of hovered around. Support resistance was a fight here for quite a while. But once we started to trend, we trended, right on up. So that there's plenty of strength right there. Very, very simple, clean chart to take a look at. And finally, Bitcoin. So take a look at Bitcoin, see what's going on here. We had a shorting opportunity around 42.130 to see this market potentially go lower based on a weekly settlement, a very, very large stop set all the way up here. So this trade really didn't make much sense other than just defining which direction we believed the market was going in. For a shorter time frame trader, it was very valuable. That this was the area that confirmed the short. And you can see as price even retested this area, it had failed to close above it. And that has kind of whimpered its way off a little bit. So I got a target there around 38,250-ish. That's where I'd be booking profits, or at least good profits, making sure I got my stop in the break even if I was shorting Bitcoin. So that's just another thought process. Again, the risk was way too big compared to the reward to even consider taking the trade. But here nor there for you shorter term traders, I felt like this was very valuable information to have at hand. So that's about it. That covers the major market analysis for this week. We know our trade plan reverts back to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was the only indice that did offer us a confirmation to meet our trade criteria to take a short from where price currently is to where we expect it to go, about 12,475-ish, 12,500, right in that pocket. Is where we think we'll find our next area of good support. Again, guys, just a thought process. You do as you will with it. Of course, I cannot offer you unique or personal advice, but I can share with you what does meet my trade criteria, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So for those of you who are enjoying these videos or finding them valuable, have had the opportunity to make a little bit of money, I appreciate that. I thank you for taking your time to continue to enjoy these videos. And if I could ask a small favor, and that small favor would be simply below the video to like, share, and subscribe so your friends and family can also enjoy this content that I produce on a daily basis, absolutely, positively, for free. So again, with that, I wish you a beautiful and blessed week. I hope it's a profitable one. I hope trading treats you well. I hope your life treats you well. And we will reconvene tomorrow for tomorrow's idea or lesson. So again, enjoy your day and happy Monday.